Hey, Bradley Wattum here, real estate advisor with Macdonald Realty. As a real estate agent, the most frequent question I am asked is, of course, how's the market? And the answer to that question is, it depends. It depends on your property type and your area, because one property type in one area may be experiencing a vastly different market compared to another property type in another area. Well, this video, we will be looking at Burnaby North and digging a little deeper into the stats to find these differences. Now let's begin with the sales to active listing ratio. This ratio is perhaps the best indicator as to the heat of the market. It compares the number of sales to the number of active listings. It's considered a balanced market when that ratio is 12 to 20, a buyer's market under 12, and a seller's market over 20. If we take a look at the sales to active listing ratio for Burnaby North, we can see that we are experiencing a buyer's market for detached, a balanced market for condos, and just squeaking into the seller's territory for townhomes. Now, sales to active listing for detached currently sits at 8.3%. There were 15 sales in the area, which is down 16.7%, and the total active listings was 181, which is down 2.2% from January of 2018. If we take a look at the price range, we can see that the 900 to 1.5 million range was the most active with 9 sales and a sales to active of 21.4%. It was also the hot price point. Interesting here that 2 million plus, we have 66 listings, but 0 sales. So obviously all the focus was on 2 million and below in Burnaby North. If we take a look at the neighborhood watch, we can see that Capitol Hill had 3 sales and a sales to active of 13%, yet it was Oakdale that had 1 of 2 sales or a sales to active of 50%. If we take a look at the condo sector, we see the sales to active currently sits at 14.8%. There were 34 sales in the area, which is down 24% from last year, but the number of total active listings is up a whopping 209.5% over 2018. If we take a look at the price band, again, this number's been popping up lots lately. 400,000 to 900,000 in the condo sector clearly was the most active with 27 sales, or a sales to active of 14.8%. The hot price point, though, mind you, was actually 200,000 to 400,000. There was 6 sales, or a sales to active of 31.6. So that's a very strong seller's market if you are below 400,000 here in Burnaby North. We take a look at the neighborhood watch here. We can see that Brentwood Park clearly sold the most properties with 15, or sales to active of 14%. And the hot neighborhood was Vancouver Heights with 3 sales, or 37.5% sales to active. And Government Road here, where are you, Government Road? Right there, 5 sales, or a sales to active of 31.3%. We take a look at the townhouse sector, we can see that the sales to active currently sits, as I said, 22%, which would equate with 13 sales. So that's actually a good improvement over last year, increased by about 44%. However, there has been a great increase of the number of active listings in the area as well, up 110+%. If we take a look at the price band here, the only range that sold anything was 400,000 to 900,000. So that was clearly the hot price point for townhomes. Sales to active listing there is 27.7%. So if you have a townhome in Burnaby North between 400,000 and 900,000, it's not a bad market. If we take a look at the neighborhood watch again, we can see that the Government Road was the highest sales to active with 75%, 3 out of 4 sales. And also Forest Hills sold 3 properties as well. If we take a look at the MLS benchmark pricing here to finish off, we can see that the 1-year change in the detached sector has actually pulled back about 9.7% and currently sits at 1,415,300. We see there's been a 1.9% pullback in the condo market in Burnaby North and currently sits at 606,400. And we can see that there has been a 1-year change of minus 1.3% in the townhouse sector, and they currently sits at 723,900. Well, I'd like to thank you very much for joining me. My name is Bradley Wattum. I can be reached at 604-805-8885 anytime if you have any questions. Thank you very much.